There's something magical about a movie where a talking animal looks so real you almost forget it's not actually sentient. For decades, Hollywood has been obsessed with making these creatures look indistinguishable from reality. But it wasn't until the arrival of CGI and later motion capture that this genre truly leaped to the next level. We can basically split this world into two camps. In the first, the animals are born entirely from pixels, 100% CGI. In the second, human actors bring the soul to the creature, which is then digitally furred up using motion capture. The real game changer came in 1993. That was the year Jurassic Park stormed into cinemas around the globe. Steven Spielberg proved once and for all that CGI could create living, breathing, organic beings that fooled everyone. The film world and our expectations would never be the same again. Since then, we've been treated to countless masterpieces where animals steal the show. Families everywhere have gasped at the visuals and felt their hearts melt and sometimes break alongside these digital friends. Take Life of Pi in 2012, for instance. Both film buffs and casual viewers agree it's one of the genre's crown jewels. That incredible tiger, created by Rhythm and Hues Studios, is still considered one of the most lifelike CGI animals in cinema history. Even director Ang Lee remains in awe of what they achieved.
I think it's a great learning experience. It helped me examine what seeing is, what cinema is. Whenever you're in touch with a new media, new environment, you have to think somewhat differently. That's inspiring. I'm still a novice. I think we're in the beginning of discovering something new here.
But Life of Pi is just the tip of the iceberg. We've seen the lush, photorealistic wilds of The Jungle Book in 2016, Disney's stunning live-action The Lion King in 2019, Peter Jackson's epic King Kong in 2005, and the heartwarming 𝗤𝗏 in 2017. Speaking of 𝗤𝗏, that film gave us a delightful little piece of trivia. 𝗤𝗏 𝗏, who played the villainous CEO and also produced the film, shared a super cute story about the movie's inspiration. Director Bong Joon-ho was a frequent visitor to her house during production, and he drew heavy inspiration from something very close to home, one of Tilda's 4 dogs.
In fact, the eldest of them, the mother ship, 2 of them are her puppies, was one of the muses of 𝗤𝗏. Director Bong is a great lover of Rosie, and she was one of the models for the original idea of 𝗤𝗏. A lot of the details of her expressions and her jowls in particular.
A few years later, the industry took a massive leap forward with motion capture. This technique films the movements of real people and then wraps them in a completely different digital skin. While it started gaining traction in blockbusters in the early 2000s, the absolute breakthrough moment was Gollum in The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. The man behind Gollum, Andy Serkis, is now universally recognized as the Grand Master of motion capture. His portrayal of the primate Caesar in the Planet of the Apes trilogy is widely considered his absolute peak. So Andy knows a thing or two about this, and if you want to play an animal, you have to act like an animal. When he finished Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, he reflected on the intense preparation involved.
Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest challenges was the use of human language. So we all experimented when we were in the rehearsal period before shooting. We called it ape camp. We learned sign language, and we learned ape vocalizations with gesture. And then, of course, Caesar has to speak quite a lot as the film progresses. So it was very much finding a voice that came out of the search for words rather than being too articulate or too far down the line in terms of linguistically articulate.
Now, you might think all that technology means the acting part gets lost in the pixels, but Andy has some reassuring words for us. At its core, this way of acting doesn't differ that much from regular acting. The tech is just the paintbrush, the actor's still the artist.
Part of playing a character like this is examining yourself, as any character that you play as an actor is always examining, putting part of your soul under the microscope and using that.
It's clear, the journey of the hyper-realistic animal has been a long and winding road, and the end of this beautiful genre is nowhere in sight. For us movie lovers, this is nothing short of fantastic news.